This presentation is made possible by these amazing individuals and organizations. Whether it was through Patreon, Super Chats, Super Stickers, or by watching, liking, and commenting, I really appreciate each and every one of you. Hi, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Retro Nerd Girl Morning Show. I call it Modern Take Mornings, and it's going to be a lot of fun today. I have some really cool topics to talk about today. Let's see if I can get a little banner going for us this morning, so that way if we have any newcomers, they know what is happening. Let me get into the comments right away. So to see what you guys are saying real quick. First up, we've got Unicorn Rampant Studios, and you guys have to forgive me because I woke up this morning and I couldn't really see very well. So let me see. I'm gonna back when I go back. I seem to see a lot more, but I'm really concerned if you guys can hear me if I go all the way back there. Unicorn Rampant Studio says, "Good morning, RNG and chatters. Busy walking dogs. The weather is cool and breezy with overcast skies. I'm having the same weather as well. So it looks like we've got the same weather. Finally, all across the world, well, at least America, upper the northeast. Oh, and the north, I guess we all share that that weather for now. There may be some other weather updates by friends in the chat. Uh, and Hungry Jerk says, I'll be there. I'll be a few minutes late. Okay, great to see you, Hungry Jerk. Thank you for trying to fit me in your schedule. You're awesome. And Brogu says, good morning, RNG and everyone. Hope all is well with you guys. Unicorn Rampant Studio has some cool breezy weather where as my weather here is hot and muggy. Oh, it's hot and muggy where you are. Oh gosh, you can fly, you can fry an egg on the sidewalk. Oh my gosh. Well, I guess we all don't have the same weather. Um, and Force Unleash is here. Hello, how are you doing, Force Unleashed? Says good morning, everyone. So cool to see you here. And we've got Stuntbrat. Hello, good to see you this morning. Says my retro nerd girl, mega hugs. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you so much. Hugs received. um, yes. Okay. So yeah, this morning, I really had a good time going through a lot of this stuff this morning, and let's get right into it. I have it all prepared this time, so you guys should be proud of me. um, but I did realize something last night while I was kind of putting all this stuff together. I was like, you know what? I don't have this lockdown. Like I'm still learning. I'm still learning about all of this. There's still some challenges for me ahead as to figuring out how to do everything with live shows and things like that. So I'm still learning. It's really kind of fun to know that there's still more to learn and to also like go at it, go after it, and actually like try to learn and how to be better. So I am so excited about that. So now for the morning show, we've got a lot of topics. Now the first topic that I wanted to talk about was a movie that was released. Oh no, I wanted to talk about Treat Williams, guys. I wanted to talk about Treat Williams. He passed away. He was in an accident, a motorcycle accident. From what I read, he was on the motorcycle and was unfortunately um, hit by a vehicle. And this really breaks my heart because I think just about everybody knew about Treat Williams, but he was never like a huge star that you would just blockbuster star quality kind of thing that, big, huge A-lister, right? But he was amongst all the A-listers, and he was in a lot of really interesting and good movies. He did a smorgasbord board of movies. I mean, he even did Hallmark movies. And so it's kind of sad to see that he's passed so young. I know 71 isn't very young, like super, super young, but in my mind, I think it is because he was so vital, some had so much more, I think to give to his craft and to more time that he could have spent on earth. Definitely accidents that happen are sort of like kind of hit you for a loop, and so I'm sure his family must be devastated. This wasn't like a sickness that he endured or anything. It just was like that. And he's a wonderful actor. I know a few things that he's been in. Like I said, he's one of those actors you've seen him in everything, and you just don't like it. Like, oh, that guy. And for a long time I didn't even know his name. But then when I found out his name, I thought, what a cool name to have a name like Treat. So that's really cool. I won't make it a very long tribute to him, but I just thought that he was a very um, interesting character actor, and he was in a lot of things. Here's a couple of pictures I put together during his career. He was actually an extra on Star Wars in the Empire Strikes Back, and there he is playing with uh, Carrie Fisher. And there actually are quite a few pictures of him on that set, fooling around and joking around with a lot of the cast members. And so he just had that personality of like a guy, you know, a friend, and there isn't a lot of people like that around. So he was so good um, with them, and there are a lot of people in Hollywood right now that are talking about how much of a really nice guy he was, and also how cool he was, just in general. And this is probably one of his most iconic roles, which was in the movie Hair. And he definitely had a very interesting hairstyle there, and was absolutely fantastic in it. That was a great movie, and I have to revisit it again really soon. One of the last really awesome musicals of that era, I would say. There's quite a few musicals, that have endured time, and Hair is definitely, it's a postcard of the 70s, well, 60s really, the 60s really, and sort of that vibe of what the 60s had to bring to it, and its influence on the 70s as well. So I see a message from Stunt Bro, says love Treat Williams, RIP. Yes, oh my God. I condolences to his family, and definitely any fans of Treats out there that are not um doing very well, because a lot of people, a lot of these guys, we kind of grew up with, and we've seen them our whole lives, and it's kind of sad to see someone that you've seen your whole life suddenly now, they won't be appearing in movies anymore, and won't be around anymore. So RIP, rest in peace, Treat. Now to another subject matter. I don't know how interesting this will be to you guys, but I saw the movie Extraction that was released in 2020 during the pandemic. It's right at the beginning of the pandemic when everybody was scared and we needed something to look at. And Extraction was one of the movies that appeared on Netflix that got a lot of um, attention. It didn't get a huge amount of it. It wasn't like, stop everything, everybody look and see this movie, but it did get and garner some attention from people in the movie reviewing circles. Let's say that. Let's just say that. Um, it's the reason why I'm looking at it now is because Extraction 2 is being released this week coming up, so I want to catch that and give you a review for that next week, and that should be a lot of fun. Now, I watched this film, and the one thing I can say about it is that if you liked John Wick, this is in the same flavor. It's like the only movie I think besides Atomic Blonde that has that same kind of like vibe to it. So if you like John Wick, this is like the same kind of stuff. Let me see if I can find my notes on this. So I'll make it easier. I have a notepad that I'm going to refer to every once in a while about extraction. All right. So, um, now, let me go to this picture. Oh, this is the main, sort of the main, um, character in the film is, played by, Chris Hemsworth. And Chris Hemsworth is very known right now for being Thor in all of those Thor movies that we've have been with the Marvel franchise and Avengers. And so this is a departure for him. I think he's been in other things, but I think it's been hard for him to kind of set his own identity outside of the Marvel franchise. This, I think, is a great vehicle, and I think they should keep going with it. I mean, it's its own kind of weird IP, and it's a new IP. A lot of people are talking about how they're tired of old IPs being continuously recycled. This is a brand new IP, and I think it's got some great potential. The thing about it is that there's a lot of it is violent in the same way that John Wick is. You know, there's some really gritty, crazy, insane stuff that goes on in this movie as far as people, fighting and war and guns and that kind of thing. So if you are sensitive to that kind of thing, maybe this kind of movie franchise or this kind of thing isn't for you. And I can see that, but every once in a while, if you're ready to open up your horizons and try different things, definitely, this is, again, it's in the flavor of John Wick. And I had recently seen like the first three John Wicks, and I did enjoy them quite a bit. It there's something of it that kind of reminds me of the old action movies that we used to see back in the day in the 80s and the 90s, but also like updated tremendously. So there's something here for a modern audience as well. So uh it starts out with this guy who's sort of a black market mercenary, and this guy is sort of I wouldn't he's like depressed, seriously. Something is wrong with him, and he's dealing with a lot of personal trauma. And so you don't find that out until you go through the movie. So they did explore these things during the movie, which is really cool. It's story wise doesn't go too deep that you lose all of the story, but it goes into it, glosses over just enough. There are a couple of moments of extreme tension where I was like, oh no, are they gonna do something disgusting here? And they actually don't. Um, and there is like a few places that may trigger some people, but it's only to demonstrate how bad the bad guys are. And let's talk about the bad guys. Here are the bad guys. These two guys, man. This is the reason why the story gets is the way it is. It's because of these two guys. They are rivaling mob bosses in Bangladesh. And the one that's closer to me has a son that is a very privileged young man who is being taken care of, but he gets kidnapped by the man furthest to me on with uh in this on the screen, and he's trying to be number one bad mob boss. um the the father the father of the kidnappee is he's a piece of work. I mean, definitely. So he gets his best man to get on the job of rescuing and finding the his son. And at the same time, he's also employed like a black ops mercenary group to take care of the situation as well. So there's a little bit of crosshairs going on here. And let me see if I can get, uh, yeah, this guy. So he works for the boss that is the father, and is sort of trapped in this situation because he gets presented with a threat from that boss, uh, saying, "Hey, if you can't find my son, I'm going to get your son." You know, and so he just goes all out, insane, Terminator mode, to track down and get that kid. So obviously, the kid is rescued by Chris Hemsworth's character. Here's another moment, really amazing cinematic moments in this story. I'm really surprised, shocked, and a little bit upset that Netflix has this is just doing it on their platform, and that this isn't released this wasn't released in theaters. It really should have been. It should have been released in theaters, to be very honest with you. And he rescues the kid, but there's a lot more going on. We have this guy here takes out the entire team almost, and is, they're trying to, the mob boss is trying to not pay. He'd rather not pay um the you know this black ops team that he hires to rescue his son. So he gets this guy to take them all out, which is it's really scummy and terrible, especially while your son is still like, possibly could possibly get hurt in the middle of all of this. So it was really messed up. So we have this crosshairs. They're both basically wanting the same thing, right? Which is get that boy into the right hands, and get him out of danger. And so there's a lot of, machismo fighting and stuff. I love all that stuff. I think it's really fun and cool. These guys are great. The action is incredible. The reason why the action is incredible is because it was directed by a stunt choreographer, just like John Wick, actually. And so I think a lot more movies need to be need to actually uh, be made by stunt coordinators, because they seem to know how to really capture action very well. And some of the moves are just really insane. I'm just, jaw dropping stuff here. And so the other thing, that there was one other thing I wanted to highlight, which was the camera work for this. There's I would say maybe 20 to 30 minutes scene in the middle of the film that is just action nonstop, with no cuts at all. And just the movements of the camera, the angles, different things that make you feel like you're actually there with them, but not, it's not that, kind of Ready Player One, POV kind of thing, it is very much like, it feels like you're there with them, but it also feels like you're a fly on the wall. It doesn't feel like you don't have arms like jumping out at you, or you're not the target. You're still observing, but it feels like you're actually there. And let me talk a little bit. I didn't get a picture of this guy, the boy that's in this film. Um, but he is, these two build a relationship together, and the boy in this film is so good. He is adorable. I mean, the whole time he's really, if you look at his face and concentrate on his face, he's really reacting to all of this stuff as if it's real. And that's a lot of things. That's something you don't always get in a lot of performances. So I think it was really well acted. His performance in this was really, really good, and I hope to see him in a lot more movies. In fact, all the actors in this, uh, all of the Indian actors that are in this movie, I really hope to see them in other things because they were all excellent. It was really sort of a cool thing. I know some people had complained about this movie, but I think the way it's set up really uh is something that you have to watch the movie and not just like get some sound bites from people or make some assumptions when you look at the trailer. This is they build the story up and give you excellent reasons for why everything is happening. Um, let's see, what else did I want to tell? And yeah, the camera work is incredible. Um, we've got this guy, David Harbour, who is becoming one of my favorite actors, really, because he's like in everything, and he's a very good-looking guy. Definitely physically looks like a tough guy. He's done a lot of movies where he plays tough guys, and so here he's sort of like an expatriate of the main character, and gets into a very interesting sort of this storyline with him. I won't give it away for anybody who wants to check it out, who hasn't checked it out, but it's really, really good. Also wanted to accentuate the fact that the Cohen brothers is involved with this. So together, both the Cohen brothers kind of came up with the idea, but Joe Cohen, Cohen um, actually wrote the script, and that and I know there are some criticisms. Some people criticize the Cohen brothers, but I think with everybody in between writing and directing and all that stuff, things can get a little murky, and I think the story is just about enough as you need. You need a little depth, a little, it made sense to me. And I didn't read into everything too much. But the thing about this IP in particular, it's new and it has room to grow. So um, let's see, anything else? The sound was also fantastic too. So there is something very immersive feeling about this story. And if I were to give it a score from 1 to 10, I think I would give it a like 7.7. Um, and that's a pretty good score, 7.7. Uh, if I could, as far as technically, I technically they had so much going on. It was incredible technically. Like I said, the camera work is just, jaw dropping. There's a couple of things editing wise, it'd probably take out if there were any criticisms to this. I would make it shorter, I'd make it sweeter, a little punchier, but there's a lot of good in this, and so I definitely enjoyed it quite a bit. There is a female character here too that is briefly, she doesn't have a large role, but does have quite a great purpose in the story, and I believe that this character continues on to Extraction too, and so that will be exciting to see what happens with that character. It isn't spoken, but there is some sort of relationship, a friendship that's going on between her and the main character, which I think is really cool. And there's a picture of her uh, being all assassiny. And they do these weird operations that like I said, they're a part of a black ops mercenary group, and they're well organized, but every once in a while they get involved with some tricky individuals that don't want to pay them. So yeah, and this is the director here. who actually had a small part in the movie, and that was actually kind of fun to see. And yep, this is the trailer, not the trailer, but the promos for Extraction 2. And like it says here that it'll be on Netflix June 16, and I can't wait. I mean, I'm enjoying this series, and I really hope that this lives up to what they, the first one. And so now I'm going to move on to the next topic today, which is there was a James Gunn interview that happened this week. I believe it dropped yesterday, and that was a super, super big surprise for me. For one of my favorite people, um, Michael Rosenbaum, who played Lex Luthor on Smallville for many years, and he actually played in a really cute movie that I used to love. I think it was called Sorority Brothers or something like that. It was really silly movie, but it is a I loved it. I loved it, that movie. Um, and he yeah, they did a really cool interview together. And basically these guys have been friends for a long time. And I think if you guys don't know who James Gunn is, James Gunn started out as a writer, became a director of some small, low budget films, um, then did Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy, all three of the movies, and then went on to DC and did uh, the Suicide Squad and Peacemaker. Now he's been given the role of co-head of DC Films at Warner Brothers, and this is actually um, one of those situations where he kind of was, knew Michael for many, many years and has a long relationship with him, and gave him an interview. And he's not really doing interviews right now, is what he says in the interview. This is probably gonna be the only one for a while. And I'm sure he'll do interviews for magazines and such where he has more control over what's being said, and how things are run. He's not just going to go on anybody's podcast or TV spot to be interviewed unless something incredible is happening. So they had a really interesting talk. It was mostly personal stuff that they were talking about, which I thought was interesting. It's always nice to get to know directors more intimately, to know like where they're thinking, where they're coming from, how they got started, that kind of stuff. So we got a little bit of background on that. And I think a lot of people, one thing, like here's some pictures of of them when they were younger. Michael Rosenbaum and James Gunn, which is really hilarious to see. He was super super skinny there. Um, but yeah, he said that some of the things he says about the way he directs, and like his music choices, and it kind of like makes it a little bit easier to figure out, like, oh, um if he could play in the sandbox, like what his ideas may be. It's not a perfect science, but I think, like I said, I love listening to directors and finding out how they process uh, their the materials that they are doing. Like anytime, I don't know every single David Cronenberg movie. I do know some of them. Some of them I can't stand because I can't tolerate. I'm like, oh no, it's too crazy. It's too insane. But um, I love hearing him talk. Same thing with David Lynch. I love hearing him talk about movies. And I'm not crazy about his movies, but I love hearing him talk about movies. So I am a fan of movies first and foremost, and I love hearing directors talk about their process and stuff like that. Even though he's the head now of DC, he's still directing movies, and he'll be directing the next Superman movie. And I think honestly, I really felt that should have gone to someone else, but I think with him, he's taken it personal to like he's holding it close to his chest because it is something I think that he wants to make sure he does it, it comes off well. And you have to admire that kind of personal accountability. You don't have to admire the person, but I do admire that that accountability for that. Michael did ask some questions about the future of DC and stuff like that. And he was pretty much tight-lipped about any kind of offering in that regard. What he did talk about was his relationship with his wife and how important that was to him, and how that relationship changed him. And I think that's important to also know about, like how people can sometimes change because of an influence of other people. And also, like, again, I love hearing other people's stories. I'm a junkie for to hear what influences people, what inspires other people. And right now, the glue that's holding everything together for him is definitely his wife. So there's that. And now I wanted to talk a little bit about Disney's movies. They've been delayed quite a bit, and it looks like they've delayed their movies for about a year in some cases. Let's see the lineup. The only movie that they managed to move up was Deadpool 3. It was originally supposed to be released in June of next year. Now it's going to be May, um, that they're going to of next year that they're going to release it. A Brave New World is one that's coming out in May as well. The Thunderbolts is coming out in December, so they only have three movies coming out next year. I doubt it, but these are just the list of things that have been shifted. This isn't their entire lineup forever and ever. Blade is the one that's really concerning here because Blade had some issues with the writing. They were trying to figure out how to write the script. Well, we've got this insane writer's strike that's going on. And so nothing has been written for Hollywood because of the strike. So everything is on, a lot of things are on hold. I won't say everything, but a lot of things are on hold because of the writer's strike. So moving things up like an extra few months um is a good idea. These guys are just saying, I think Disney is just saying, hey, look, until we get this whole thing figured out with the writers, whatever's in production, we'll move forward with. Whatever's not in production, we're gonna push it off for another year. Give us some time to put this stuff together. So that's what I think is happening here, and it might be a good idea. I mean, if anything, maybe some of uh, these movies might get canceled altogether because, like Moana, I guess they're going forward with it, but it's one of those things. Did we need it? Do we need it? Should we have it? I feel like the movie just came out, and so to do a live action really doesn't make a lot of sense to me. But if they're gonna do it. I suppose they'll do it. Fantastic Four is one that has been really anticipated by the fans so much, and so to see that be pushed back for yet another year is kind of sad in a way because the MCU um, movies are really suffering, and so they're gonna have to wait yet another year in order to put out that movie, and that's pretty sad. And the other Avengers movie, The Kang Dynasty. It will be released in 2026. So, yeah, um, MCU movies are gonna be a while here. Um, there are two untitled Star Wars movies. One I believe is, and I'm not sure exactly which one it is. One I believe is a Ray, a story that's a continuation of the sequels. And that is, a lot of fans are not super excited about that, but I feel like that's an opportunity for Disney to kind of correct some of the wrongs that were done, or the things that people have perceived as wrongs in the prequel and the sequels, and just like do some course correction for a few characters that I felt didn't get enough love in the sequels. And then there is an untitled Star Wars movie that's happening in December of 2026, and speculation is that that might be the movie that is the Mandalorian world or universe, Mandoverse, as some people have called it, movies, where it's going to close out all of the events of the Mandoverse. And so at that point, we will probably not be getting any more Mandalorian uh, seasons at that point, because this will close out the entire thing. And we won't get any Ahsoka stuff as well. So that will be interesting, exciting, and also I hope they're able to do that universe some justice, because it really needs a little tidying up after season three. It got quite a beating from the critics. There's also a third untitled Star Wars movie that's being released in 2027, and no one knows about that one. I've been asking around to see if anybody knows about that untitled Star Wars movie, and I've been getting like everybody sort of like, we don't know, never heard of any uh inklings of that. So, well, I guess we'll just have to wait and see. um, so there's excuse me, my voice is going south on me. Okay, there we go. Avatar, guys. Avatar is one of the other movies. Oh my God. Okay, give me a second, everybody. I'm losing my voice. Give me 1 minute. I'm just gonna drink some water. All right, it's back. Woo, it was going south there for a minute. All right, so Avatar, my goodness, is we're just never gonna be able to see all of these Avatar movies. Um, they are the next one is Avatar 3. So I thought we were gonna get that movie next year, 2024. But we're gonna get it at the very end of 2025. That's crazy. That's insane. Then we're gonna get Avatar 4 in 2029 and Avatar 5 in 2031. I like, honestly, I don't understand how this is gonna happen, and I wonder if they're gonna be good. I really wonder if they're gonna be good. Now, look, I think everybody has gone out to see Avatar and they love it. I wasn't the biggest fan of the first one. I liked it. Trust me, I liked it. There's a lot there to like. Um, I had some issues with it. Um, uh, the length of these movies are insane. I it they're it's way too long. So, and the second one I haven't seen yet. And I believe that people have said yes. It's also very long, and yeah, this is crazy. Like you mean in 2031 we're gonna be closing out the chat this Avatar movies, and like that's just insane. I believe, um, yeah, that's it's never been done before, but I'm excited for it. I'm actually excited for it because no, it will set so many records. It will set so many records. The Hidden says, "Wow, hi everyone, hi the Hidden. I did not know actor Treat Williams died. I did enjoy his performances in the movies Phantom and Substitute. Yes, yes. I just recently learned about these movies, and you know, the Substitute is one that I didn't even know there was a movie called The Substitute, and that there were so many of it. I think there were like 4 or 5 movies. I had no clue, but yes, thank Yes, and so yeah, that's the lineup for Disney, and there's some more stuff. Of course they're gonna have more movies, but these are the movies that are have been moved around and delayed. Some of them been delayed. Only one of them has moved up, which is Deadpool 3, which I'm really anxious to see. To be very honest with you, a Deadpool, like I said, I'm gonna definitely do a Deadpool 1 and 2 kind of binge watch, and then I will definitely check out Deadpool 3 whenever it's available. Um, I really wish I could get to a theater to see it. If it's playing in my little theater that's close to me, I might catch it. Now, I wanted to talk about this thing here. DreamWorks Animation and Netflix have come together to do a special movie on their platform, on the Netflix platform. It's a computer animated fantasy comedy film directed by Sean Sharmatz in his featured directorial debut, and written by Charlie Kaufman, based on the children's book of the same name, um, by Emma Yarlett. It's Orion and the Dark. And it's about a little boy who's afraid of the dark, but the dark is as an entity and comes to visit him and help him with his fears. And so that is really kind of cool. This is a promotional picture that they have um, released from the film, and here's another one. And this is really kind of cool because we're talking about animation for kids that's cute and fun. And we haven't really been getting a whole lot of that from Disney, who is like the king of this kind of stuff, or Pixar. Pixar it was used to do this all the time, and now not so much. So I'm really looking forward to this cute little film. It's adorable, and it already looks adorable, like I said, and I don't know, look at this. This is this is just so cute. So I can't wait to see this, and I hope it's as charming as it looks like it might be. Again, it's from a children's book, and so you're gonna get a lot of crossover material from the book inside of the story, but you're probably gonna fill in a lot more storyline, because I think there's nothing better than to have something to connect to, like a book to a movie. It's a great cross pollination of fans, and yeah, this is really a lot of going to be a lot of fun to see this when it comes out. So guys, I this is it. this has really been the quickest show I've ever done. You guys are so quiet today. Um, yeah, this is gonna be it. If anything, let me just remove this. Yes. If anything, just want to get ready for get everybody ready for Friday's show. Um, I don't know if you guys have seen the the live preview of it, but yeah, the Friday show is going to be the 7th anniversary of the channel. I'm so excited. I'm gonna have some guests on. I'm tippy-toeing around exactly how many guests I'm gonna have. I don't even know how to do it, so this is gonna be really awkward and fun. So do bear with me if you're watching the show. But I am gonna try to do several hours of it. So I definitely depend on you guys to be there, and definitely leave me all kinds of questions and things like that. Any questions you have about YouTube and or the channel or content I might be doing. So I am going to try to put together like a little presentation of sort of like my greatest hits. And I yeah, oh wow, Unicorn Rampant Studios, so sweet of you, thank you so much. $5 super chat, quiet listening. Thank you. You guys uh, don't know how much you mean to me. Thanks a lot. I am going to give you a special thank you. Um, I am uh, gonna give you. I'm gonna give you my favorite one this time. I always dance when that one comes on. I mean, who am I kidding? I dance for everything. The intro to the show, I was like, I almost forgot to press the button when I was supposed to because I was like, so that's kind of nice that I selected music that I liked and I danced to. And Unicorn Rampant Studios says more kind words. Says thank you so much for being here for us. Thank you for being here. But thank you for being here for me. You guys are wonderful. Thank you. You know, I don't want to start leaking, but yeah. Uh, Force Unleashed says congrats. Thank you so much. It's gonna be wonderful. I'm so excited about it being 7 years, and it's not about I think a lot of people celebrate the subscriber count, and maybe I'll do that too one day. But I like to celebrate the years because it kind of makes me remember what got me started. It's almost like pressing the reset set button on the reasons why I started making the channel in the first place, and reaffirms um, its existence. So I love it. And Red says, "Hey, gives you hugs. She gives you hugs, Unicorn." And a botanical brother is here. Hello, greetings, RNG, and all. Has anyone watched the Dr. Greer UFO secret government press conference? No, I haven't. Let me write it down just for funsies. Dr. Greer UFO. Yeah, well, I'll take a look at it. Anything there that we should be looking out for? Give us a synopsis. And And Stemred says, "Thanks, Retro. We love you." Oh, so sweet. And the Force Unleashed says, "Nice." And Stembrad says, "Seven is a great number." It is. It's great. It's good. First of all, it's good. Good luck. And yeah. And you have a lot of sevens in your in your name. So you've got good luck times three. And Jack is here. Hello, Jack. Hello from Texas. Have a recommendation. Okay, bring go ahead and bring it on. Bring on the recommendations. Botanical Brother says, "Well done, RNG. Pride, person, heart." Um, there's a oh, that's so cute. Thank you. It comes up differently here, but yes, I see the emoji. You're so sweet. Thank you. And give me 1 second, guys. And yes, go ahead and give me your suggestion, Botanica. Um, oh, who had the suggestion? Jack. Yes, give me the your recommendation, Jack. Okay. Yeah, I'm hoping that the show is gonna be a lot of fun on Friday. I have a couple of changes and surprises for everybody. Let's see. And Jack says Scarlet Empress, 1934, Marlene Dietrich as Catherine the Great. Um, okay. We haven't gotten to dramas yet. It might be a little while, but I'm gonna write it down. Um, because I usually watch those on my own, but yeah, I would like to get into the dramas later. Um, Mostly focusing on fantasy, sci-fi, action, that kind of genre right now. Um, but I like to get into this stuff eventually because they're really good. They're those uh, those are really awesome. All right, so oh wow. Botanical Brother says that the conference is on YouTube. It exposes the secret government cover-ups in regards to UFO and back in engineered advanced tech that can be used to solve the world's energy and population problems. Ooh, interesting. And Jack says it was made before the Hayes codes, and since it broke all the rules, it was seldom screened. Found it on free on for free on YouTube. Oh, I like that. I love it when the movies I don't have to pay for a movie. And YouTube has a lot of movies on it. And all right, so okay, so I will definitely check that out if when I get some time. I will let you. I'll be honest with you, brutally honest. My time is so, it's like, but um, if I can, I will try to catch it. I will try to do it. But and I'll actually I have a folder or a like a playlist of favorites that of movies that I need to watch, and I'm gonna put this on there. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for the suggestion and letting me know that this is on YouTube to watch for free. Um, And okay, guys. I am gonna wrap this up. It's a short show today, and I really appreciate you guys being here. On Saturday, we're gonna have a viewing of the watch party will be for the day the Earth stood still, and this is my very first movie that I reviewed here on the channel. So it'll be kind of nice to revisit it um, since it's like the anniversary of posting that video. So I'm really excited about that. Um, to be and No. And the hidden says, "Come on, stay longer." Well, I don't have much else to say about the news today. I could find some stuff. We could, I could, I can find more news. And Al Necron is here. Was here lurking. Retro. Have a good day. Oh yes, and I'll see you later on. Right. Let me know what time you need me to show up on your stream. El Necron is having a a what are you having today? Yeah, you're talking about John Carpenter today on your channel, aren't you? Instead of a John Carpenter appreciation. Let me know if you still want me there. Hit me up on Twitter. Uh, Let me know what time I need to be there. I don't want to be late. The hidden says, I still didn't ask if the transformer if oh you I still didn't ask if I saw me uh if you saw the transfer of Rise of the Beast. I didn't see it. I may have I don't know, I may have said this before. I don't have access to a theater that actually plays anything that's out anymore. That's why I'm perfect for being the retro nerd girl. I don't get to go to see a lot of movies when they come out. When they start streaming, I can see them. But yeah, I just don't live close enough to kind of walk to the movie theater and watch all the movies. That would be cool. One day maybe, one day we'll cross our fingers that that happens for me. That I live in a city place or someplace where a theater is like right next to me. Maybe right downstairs from me. Maybe I could live upstairs from a movie theater. I could manifest that. Let me try to manifest that. That would be awesome. Um, and let's see. Brogu says, I wasn't going to say anything, but my father, no, just died, and I will be away for a while. Have fun Friday and Saturday. Brogu, I'm so sorry to hear that. Condolences to you and your family. Take care of yourself first, yeah. And yes, very sorry to hear that. Very sorry to hear that. I wish I could do something. I wish I could reach in the screen and give you a hug. Hang in there, Brogu. Hang in there, Brogu. It'll be okay. Um, and when you're back, we'll see you. You know, whenever you're feeling well enough again. And we definitely appreciate you coming by and stopping by today and spending some time with us. Definitely, if you want to, anytime. Hopefully, that's why I like having my channel light and fun, is because if you ever feel down and you want to um, put a smile on your face. Maybe watch one of the older videos or something, one of the live streams, where you can have a good time. Remembering an old good movie, maybe one that you and your dad watched together. Hang in there, Brogu. We're thinking of you. And El Necron says we might have to push it to the weekend or next week. Retro. Oh no. Okay. All right. Yeah, if you want to do it next, let me know. Let me know. Because if you're doing it this weekend, might be a little crazy for me. It may be a little too insane. But if you're gonna do it next Wednesday, let me know. Because I think it's your show is fantastic. I love that show. Um, and oh, the hidden specifies me. Yes, thank you. And Unicorn Rampant Studio says, I'm sorry for your loss, Brogo. Yeah, it is pretty. Like I said, you're so brave to to hang out with us tonight today. So thank you. Um, and Unicorn says, I hope whatever details you have to take care of are not dramatic and compassionately gentle. Oh, that's so sweet. Ah, and Grogu says thanks. And Subbrat is sent, oh, look at this. Grogu, prayers up for you and your family. Um, very, very sweet words. And Dad Man, Walking is here. Dad Man Walking 55, how are you? Says howdy. So good to see you. Um, and Regu says thank you. And the hidden says, will you stay longer in this chat if I spoil Transformers Rise of the Beast? No, don't spoil it for anybody there, probably. I mean, first of all, I don't know how many people would be interested in knowing. I think I've seen that movie before. You know what I mean? I think I've seen it before. It's not really gonna blow my mind. Um, um, and yes, Unicorn is saying is LOLing like we are, and Dead Man Walking is saying good to see you too. Okay, well let me find. I have one other. I had some other things that I was gonna talk about, but I thought it was gonna um, that there was gonna be a lot more conversation happening in the chat, but you guys were so sweet. Uh, we're quietly listening, and uh, let's see if I have any more news. There was oh, okay, so this is one. I will share this article with you guys that I saw and I thought was very interesting. I don't even know um if I'm gonna try to catch it. Um, see if I can figure out how to do this now. Mm. Oh, just as an FYI, the following Friday after um the following Friday after this Friday will be a continuation of the um time travel concepts that we were going over. And also, I've decided to kind of work on the document as we are speaking because that's going to save me a lot of time. So we'll see what happens. Let me see if I can share the screen of um, of this article that I saw that was really interesting. Um, and I wanted to talk about, but I was like, well, we're probably not going to have time to talk about it. Share the screen. I've been on like a Netflix kick lately, so I really don't know what is going on there. But uh, this is a movie that's called They Cloned Tyrone, which has a like a rhyme to it. It's weird. And so this article is from Netflix itself. So I've been enjoying their articles. Um, Unfortunately, we know that Jamie Foxx is having some issues with his health, and it's very confusing as to what's happening. I mean, there've been no, they've been saying he's like in a coma, he's paralyzed, he's blind, like different things that have been coming out, but I haven't actually gotten an official word yet except for many people saying he's okay. There's nothing to see here. So very strange thing. But before that must have happened, he did this movie called um, they cloned Tyrone, and John Boyega is in it too. So it says Jamie Foxx has already taken on superheroes and vampires on Netflix. Now he's moving on to clones. In They Cloned Tyrone, the Oscar winner joins John Boyega and Tanoia Paris in uh, in taking on a government conspiracy. The group is uniquely qualified for the job. Alongside Fox's bona fides, Boyega has experience taking on stormtroopers in Star Wars and Last Jedi and aliens attack the block. Maybe they forgot of the block. While Paris is fresh off confronting vengeful ghosts in Candyman and grieving witches in WandaVision. This timely and mind-bending conspiracy theory thriller marks Jewel Taylor's feature directorial debut. You can learn more below. And it's basically like they said, what is They Cloned Tyrone about? A series of eerie events thrust an unlikely trio into the trail of a nefarious government conspiracy to this pulpy mystery caper. This sounds interesting and intriguing. I love like these kind of spy ops kind of movies, and I think this might be really fun. Um, and yeah, I'm really interested to find out more about it and why you know why would these actors, especially, John Boyega and Jamie Foxx, sign up for this really interesting movie? So yeah, I can't wait to see it. Yeah, it looks really interesting. Um, what are your thoughts about it? Let's see what you guys are saying in the chat. Oh, you guys have a lot to say. um, Unicorn Rapid Studio says retro started to hang up on us and everybody came out of they were like, no, we want 2 hours of retro. Yes. And the hidden says, I would spoil it, but Retro Nerd Girl has was animated when she said no. Well, yeah, I mean, I don't think well, I will tell you the hidden. Why don't we talk spoilers for that next weekend? It's still fresh. Um, I will. You can. What if you come? What we'll do next week is we'll just give you the floor for like, 5 minutes of just steady like chatting and just give us the lowdown on the whole thing. And I'll put up something that says spoilers so that way everybody will know that this is spoilers for that movie and they won't freak out. Okay? So we'll do that. We'll do that for you cuz it's if you want if you definitely want it. And Unicorn says, I'm always good either way. You're so sweet. And the hidden says, I yeah, okay, yes. And Maddie's daddy is here. Oh my god, hi. Hello. It says good morning, everyone. Oh, so good to see you. And Unicorn Rampant Studio says a whole bunch of emojis. And let me see if I can read them. This is gonna be interesting because my vision, as I said, is not so wonderful this morning. But I see there's a rocket ship, there's a unicorn, a monkey, a thumbs up, a heart, a lightning bolt, another rocket ship, a star, uh, and another star. Wow. You know how much I love emojis. And William Blake Hall says, "Hey, hello, William Blake Hall. Hey, I'm not sure what I'm getting myself into here. A wonderful day to reflect on Treat Williams would be to play the enthusiastically silly yet swanky Deep Rising." Oh, wow. Yes, well, yeah, in the beginning of the show, I did have a small tribute moment for Treat Williams. And um, yeah, if you could name off a few movies that he's been in, William, that would be great. I do remember him in a few, and the one, of course, that comes to mind is definitely Hair. And but if you have some other iconic moments, we've also talked about The Substitute as well, and Phantom, I believe. Yeah, Phantom. Which these are movies I've never seen, but I've seen him in a lot of movies, just kind of being there. So he's definitely always been subtly there in in the world and in the periphery, just never really like swallowing up the center stage. So I think people like that need to be applauded and given their roses. They should be given their roses for being in the business for so long and being a reliable staple in a lot of movies. And the hidden says, according to the heading, John Romuta uh, Romota died. Who's that? Who's John Romota? Never heard of that guy. R.I.P. Anyway. Is it not nice to, I mean, living and living and dying is natural, but just don't, it's I just wish everybody could live forever. Is that too hard to wish for? And Maddie's daddy says, good to see your beautiful smile this morning. Oh, thank you so much. You're such an, oh gosh, such wonderful comments. Thank you so much. And I'm just so happy you guys are here. Thank you for hanging out with me this morning. So yeah, that was something that was interesting to me. The story about clones, and I guess you know what it is, guys. You guys don't know how much I like clones. I'm actually writing a story right now about clones, and it's like insane. Actually, I wrote it back in 1993, and been visiting it over the years, and I haven't been constantly writing it, but it is insane, and I plan on doing something with it. But just uh, I'll let you guys know when I do something with it. But it's about clones, dudes. Clones. The clones are taking over. And Maddie's daddy says John Romita was a legendary Marvel artist, especially on Spider-Man. Oh, this is so. Oh my God. All right, let's do this live, guys. Let's look it up. Um, see if I can find. I may have to go to old Google and see if it'll show. Um, but maybe it'll show it there. But no, this is just. Let's see. We'll go to Google and find out. John, thank you for letting me know who he is, guys. Another thing too, it's just surprising. Uh, like people that you've enjoyed their work for so many years, and then you don't know who they are, but you've enjoyed their work. Oh wow, this guy. Oh, let me see if I can get. He did that picture. Oh, guys, he did this picture here. Let me see if I can. Can I blow it up? Oh my God. I can't blow it up, but oh, that's so sad. That's him. What great work did he do? My goodness. Oh, he did this one too? Wow. That's Oh, that's sad. I guess we can't live forever, but my gosh, can't we figure out this thing about like can we figure out how to cure um the aging process and dying and can we just figure out how to do that? I mean this is breaking my heart this morning. Thank you so much, Maddie's daddy, for where did you go? Thank you for explaining. Thank you that, and thank you also to the hidden for letting us know about it. Um, that's really sad. Um, and the hidden says, John Romita created comics on Marvel characters such as Spider-Man. Yes, and William Blake Hall says today I think of of the more fun. Today, I prefer to think of the more fun treat Williams made, Deep Rising and The Phantom. Um, if you are desperate for all the fun stuff, you could add Dead Heat, but I find it that rather gross. And uh, he has a role in a mystery called Mulholland Falls. I'm not that satisfied with it, but there are some good performances in it. Yes, David Lynch. I talked to you. I mentioned him earlier too. That I am not such a big fan of everything he does. Uh, but I do adore his stories and him whenever he's talking about films and things like that. So, yeah, I didn't know he was in Mulholland Falls. Hmm. Oh, but that Mulholland Falls is not Mulholland Drive. That's a different movie, right? This is totally different. That Mulholland Falls is different. Got it. Okay, Sin Havoc. Got it, guys. Sin Havoc 5150 is here. Hello, Retro Nerd Girl. Thank you so much. Thanks for always giving me a red heart and a purple heart too. I noticed these things. Thank you. Um, and Sin Havoc 5150 says John Romita did some amazing work. Rest in peace. Yes, I did not know about this guy and yeah, I've I've been watching his stuff my whole life, literally my whole life. And all this time I've been giving Stan Lee all the credit. Uh, you know, um, not to say that Stan Lee doesn't get deserve the credit, but I've been giving him all the credit. But this guy, he's been the one that's been making all the really cool covers and things that I've been watching and panels. Uh, that's um my education. I'm learning things every day. I'm so glad to be still, still pliable and youthful enough to learn new things, guys. Keeping continuously learning new things is it keeps me young at heart. And then Havoc 51 says, "What's up?" To the chat, and Unicorn Rampant Studio says John Romita Jr. was not nearly as good as the senior. Oh wow, I didn't know there was a junior. Did not know there was a junior. And Eddie's daddy says John Romita was the second artist to work on Spider-Man after his creator Steve Ditko left Marvel. Oh wow. Eddie's daddy, you definitely know a lot about this, of course. This is this is great. Thank you for your information there. This is wonderful. Let me see if I can find more uh, like this is the iconic picture though that everybody remembers. That because that's that's iconic. Um, but yeah, incredible stuff. Oh, this one is junior here. This one is junior. This is senior. Yeah. Let me make sure to put senior in there. Let's do that too. Let's see his artwork. Um, whoa, we got a Superman too? Cool. Did Superman as well. Look at that. But it's like Marvel artist John Romita Sr. teams up with Sun for DC's Superman issue. So cool. Um, this is more of his stuff. I mean, I love the old style that they used to do uh, for comics. Just so much fun and imagination, and um, just just fun, fun, fun. Um, just really interesting stuff. This is a great shot here. This is a great piece. This is a great piece, and I think everybody remembers this. Everybody remembers that. Yeah. Aw, this is so this is a nice remembering, right? But I wish we didn't have to remember because someone passed away. I wish we just knew about all the I wish I knew about this before. And so and the hidden says I like Treaty Williams Deep Rising movie as well. Probably yes. Treat Williams. And William Blake Hall says Mulholland Drive is David Lynch. Mulholland Falls is a cruel joke. Since there are no falls in LA, some meme cops dreamed up the joke. Interesting, interesting. And Costellar is here. Hello, Costellar. Says many years back, Hemsworth was cast as He-Man, but the film never materialized. Hmm. Uh, not sure if I like that idea. I thought he was perfect for Thor. Um, but yeah, maybe he would have made a nice He-Man. Definitely um, could have made a nice He-Man. Sin Havoc says, "You learn something new every day, Retro." Yes, I I certainly do. And I've learned quite a few things today already. And Ziller says, both Insomniac and Spider-Man games for PS4 and 5 are great. Oh, okay. And William Blake Hall says, I was intrigued because the word extraction is in the title of a novel I'd love to write, but I don't think the plots could ever get confused. Oh, no. Well, if you look up Extraction, there have been several movies with that same name. So, uh, I think you'd be okay. I think you'd be okay. Yeah, lots of movies with Extraction in the title as just by itself or with other words too. Um, I think there's an Extracted and an Extract. Extract is also one, which is which is actually a fun comedy. And then yeah, you could write a story Extraction about someone who has to go to get their teeth pulled in at the dentist's office. That would be a cool comedy. Um, but really, it's like some sort of spy thing that instead of getting the extraction, they get an implant with spy codes in it. That would be interesting. Uh, coming up with this on the fly, guys. I don't know. My brain works in mysterious ways. Uh, so yeah, okay. Caught up with the chat and everything. I think. Look, I think we did good today. I think we covered a lot of stuff. We learned some things as well. Oh my gosh, my cheeks are hurting from smiling so much. Uh, and yeah, okay. I think this is a great place uh, to end the stream for today. I definitely do. I Let me see if I can get rid of this. Woo! Yes, and I've got to prepare for Friday's stream, so let me Yes, you know it, right? Run for it, RNG. Rest up for Friday. Yes, I'm gonna rest up for Friday, but most likely prepare for Friday because there's a lot of stuff I want to talk about. Definitely want to talk about. Want to go through again the greatest hits on the channel, and also I want to talk about you know just my feelings about YouTube and some other things, maybe some future stuff. uh, Not too deep into it, but enough to talk about some ideas. And I want to hear from you guys some more, any questions you have about the future, the channel, retro stuff. Just a smorgasbord of pretty much anything. I just want to have fun on Friday. And I have a couple of videos I might be showing you as well. If I could put them on the channel, I've already created a whole bunch of new thank yous. So I have new thank you videos that are really cool. And in the beginning, I have a supporter thank you video, and I um, refreshed that to reflect some of the newer people that have become members, people who've become new Patreon supporters, and any like people who have been giving me super chats and leaving incredible comments, that kind of stuff. We're putting, I've got that all on this new thank you intro, and so that will be doing. I've also adjusted the volume because my throat is doing something weird. Um, I just adjusted the volumes because oh, give me 1 second, guys. I do have to do something about this. Okay. Yeah, it's better. um, it's still straggly. Um, I may need to drink some like lemon water to make sure my voice is okay on Friday. But I forgot what I was actually trying to say. Um, but it was important. My goodness. Okay, well, come back to me. I'll read some of your comments real quick. As I see there's a couple that just flew in. William Blake also says, glad to catch this. Looking forward to time travel Saturday um, after next. Travel Saturday after next. Oh, okay. The time travel video, right? Because last Friday we had time travel. The That's gonna be next, not this Friday. This Friday is gonna be the 7th year anniversary, but the following Friday we're just gonna continue that time travel thing. And I've made all the adjustments with the new movies that you guys suggested to me, and I've kind of reorganized it a little bit. And so I've also have a plan that while I'm showing you the slideshow, I'm also going to be editing the the document itself as well, so that way it will save time. I mean, I still have to take time to write it down anyway, so I might as well just do it live on air. So it's gonna be fun, guys, and it'll probably go a lot faster than the last one, because most of the things that you guys said I added and or made some adjustments for. And then and I think you guys are gonna like the adjustments I made too. I'll explain them when the time, when we get to that 2 Fridays from now. And the hidden says, we understand, Retro Nerd Girl. I hope to see you again on YouTube. Sorry for all um those type O's you meant. I think I was in a rush because you needed to end the chat. Oh, no, 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 no. That Please, no, don't rush it on my don't rush on my account. Plus more, we've got the 3 minutes at the end. I always have the outro, so that way it gives you time to write in your last comments and stuff. So no rush, no rush, no rush. And the hidden says we understand. Okay. Oh, it can't. It repeated again, and then and the William Blake Hall says, "Ooh, Chris Stuckman could use emergency funds to help with visual effects, which went past budget, but his movie, Shelby Oaks, is coming right along. Yes, I heard about that. I heard that he needs some more money for special effects, which he'll get. Um, and you know, it should be interesting. Some big names attached to that project. So um, I'm really happy. You know, a YouTuber uh, that started out, you know, reviewing movies, has eventually gone to the place where he can make his own movies. That's really awesome. That's really awesome, guys. What a story! What a story! I know there's some people who don't like him because um, he's a big name on YouTube. You know, easy target. But I would say that it takes you know, making a movie is hard. And every time I approach the idea of making a movie, I get, you know, the jitters. But I'm planning on making a movie, and we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Shorts are easier, but like a full, like, feature films, hard to do. Hard to do. Especially if you want it to be taken seriously. Ooh. E. Stevens is here, says hello there. Hello there. We're just about to finish up here. I did have something I was telling you guys, but obviously I can't remember what it was. It escapes me. But I think this is going to be it. We're gonna play that short little 3 minute outro, and you know, you guys can say goodbye to each other in a chat, say any last say goodbye to any of the friends that we made today, and also leave any last comments or suggestions that you may have for me, and I will see you in my next video. Without further ado, I bid you adieu.
Retro Nerd Girl, you are clear for takeoff.